Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. And Gemini, this is your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 20th to the 26th. This week, Gemini, we have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. We have Star Energy, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Three of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. So a couple of messages that were coming through as I put the cards down, Gemini. The first one being two's company, three's a crowd. And the second one being trust your gut and bank the victory, whatever that may mean to you. So I'm seeing a situation here that maybe there's too many chefs in the kitchen, too many people getting involved. Could even be third-party energy for some of you. Obviously it's general reading, so it will be different for all of you, but it's really time to turn your energy back to yourself. Think about, healing and getting yourself in a good place and not being involved in energies that don't serve you in that way. It's time to lay new plans and to really concentrate on forward vision, forward movement, and your next chapter. And it all starts, Gemini, with trusting your intuition, because you probably know deep down, what really is the right way for you to turn, and whether you should invest energy in the situation or withdraw it. So it's going to start off by reading out that oracle card, Trust the Niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? That inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling, try as you might, it's there, and it's not going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of ego and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. Until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Yeah, so Gemini, I'm going to go to the recent past with the Three of Cups and the Hierophant. So I feel like that arrow, that stone in your shoe that we're talking about in the oracle card is actually another person's energy, and I'm getting the sense of an interfering energy. Now, we have the Three of Cups, which talks about that two's company, three's a crowd, and that extra person may be stirring the pot in some way. Now, the Hierophant relates to our institutions, so they can be, the institution of committed relationship or marriage. It can be the institution of university, school, or study. It could be the institution of, our workplace, particularly if it's, government sector and banking, that kind of thing. But generally, every workplace is an institution in itself. Now, that Three of Cups, the energy that I'm really feeling is somebody maybe trying to undercut you in some way. So guys, if you think this is a relationship reading for you, that could be another person involved in the mix, and not necessarily a third party energy in terms of, having an affair or that kind of thing. It could be somebody who's meddling, trying to give you advice that maybe is more for their benefit or gain rather than yours. In the workplace, it could be somebody who is seeing that you're rising up and is actually wanting what you have or wanting that promotion, and they might be, trying to undermine you in some way in order to come out on top. The same could be said in the institution of study, trying to get the best grades, to be the best graduate, to get those graduate positions, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm feeling with the Three of Cups. It's like somebody's trying to tamper with your crops so that they can swoop in and reap your harvest in the next chapter. So just be, watching out for that, and always trust your gut, because if there is that deep feeling that's kind of telling you that, something might be a little bit off, then I would definitely trust that this week. So the Hierophant talks about values and alignment. So it could be possible that this third person that's in the mix, or this interference or this interfering energy, could be because there is a clash in values. So, it could be a family member that's, trying to give you advice on how you're raising your children. Maybe somebody trying to encourage you to have children because, that's what you do. That's the path that they believe you should follow. In the workplace, it can be somebody who says, no, you need to do it this way. This is the way we've always done it. This is the way we do it around here. So it's about somebody maybe imposing their view or their values on you, and that is holding you back in some way, holding you back from expressing yourself, creatively, being in alignment with your higher purpose. It can also be the same in friendships or relationships, guys. The person that always sort of imposes their view or opinion in a conversation, somebody who wants you to live their way, cook their food, keep the house their way. It's that can be the kind of energy, and I just feel that enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. In fact, I also feel that this could have led to a tower moment for some of you in the recent past, because we have the star energy here, and the star follows on from the tower in the tarot. And the tower, as you know, can be the falling down of constructs, relationships, careers, whatever it may be, because it was built on a shaky foundation, because it was unstable, because it was built on maybe inauthenticity, built on misintegrity, misalignment, that kind of thing. So some of you may have had a situation come to light. Some of you may have had that tough conversation. Some of you might have ended up with things coming to a head in a really awkward situation. So maybe things may have already, I'm seeing that, rock the boat. I'm seeing a boat here. Some of you may have already had that boat rock, but I really feel that the ship didn't sink, because we have strong senses of victory in this reading. So either way, whether you have or haven't had a tower moment, the star energy is here to help you rebalance your own energetic resources to get back on your track, not somebody else's, to come back to your own energy and to unattach from somebody that might be meddling in your life. So the star talks about rebalancing the energetic waters of life, because water represents our emotions in tarot. It can be about coming back into a place of emotional stability, getting secure again. And this situation may have made you feel quite vulnerable, especially if you feel like you're a bit of a target for that other person. So some of you might be feeling a little bit stripped bare, a little bit naked, like maybe somebody has taken a few layers off you and your core or your heart is exposed. So it's time for you to heal, to rebalance, to nurture yourself. The 7 white stars can be said to link to the 7 chakras in our body. So we're needing to nurture all of our energy centers, come back into alignment, that kind of thing. And there is a sense of divine guidance here with the big star, guys, and that can be an indication that it is time to set your sights on new goals, to dream big, to choose a new direction, rather than maybe following someone else's direction or being led in some way by others. So it's actually a really beautiful energy as one of your focus energies this week here, Gemini. But I am sensing a large sense of victory here with the 6 of Wands. So I feel that you are the one that's going to come out on top of the situation, and potentially that other party, the meddler, they will be, they know that they're in the wrong, and they will be exposed for who they are. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a really sinister situation, but the kind of people I mean, that just aren't really serving your greatest good. They are serving their own. So I really think this is you, banking that victory that I mentioned earlier, Gemini. I think the situation is going to naturally fall away, or maybe it has resulted in a tower, and that's the healing that you're going through this week. But the 6 of Wands is somebody who, or shows somebody who has come out of a difficult time, out of maybe a place of a slightly darker energy, but they're coming out of it with a new sense of self-esteem, a new sense of confidence, head held high, and all about future vision. Because if we look at your 3 cards here, Gemini, 1, 2, and 3, we have 3 really confident looking characters, all facing forward, all facing their due north. So this is about moving on in a strong new direction that's going to serve you. The 6 of Wands can also be about, a link to public recognition. So people might actually also see what's been going on and say, oh wow, I'm really glad that you sorted that out, you came out on top, because we saw what was going on as well. So other people might notice the shift in you, or they may know what was going on in this situation. But it's a victory, a strong sense of victory there, Gemini. And towards the end of the week or near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So again, this idea of time to plant new seeds now. You know, new seeds. Somebody else might have tried to spoil your crop and get your harvest, but not anymore. And it's time for you to plant new seeds. And the promise is really great for your future here, Gemini. The Knight of Pentacles is about, you know, laying down some new plans, being really thorough, careful, and meticulous. So if anything did come to light with the situation, and maybe even if things are, you know, getting escalated to bosses or managers, or, you know, he said, she said, it's good to have your evidence. So being, you know, very logical and practical, talking about facts and that sort of thing, leaving no stone unturned. That's the Knight of Pentacles energy. But other than that, it's about planting new seeds for your future, getting away from that past situation and thinking about what you want to move towards and what harvest you want to be reaping in your next chapter. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is all about. And we also have that with the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, again, is about new manifestations. It's about being an explorer of life again. It's about re-establishing your sense of passion and enthusiasm after, you know, a period that you might have been feeling a little bit blocked in that way. Page of Wands, you know, could be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, that somehow kind of throws you that lifesaver or helps you with this situation, gives you a key piece of advice, because pages can be messengers, can be the communicator. But, you know, here we have obviously the sense of passion and enthusiasm, and then we have the solid, stable groundedness of the Knight of Pentacles. So these two energies are coming together and really going to help you propel forward. And it's all about doing the manifestations now, planting the right seeds in order to have a strong new chapter, Gemini. So also keep in mind that Knight of Pentacles can be a slow moving energy. So it's about taking steps now, laying that foundation, preparing yourself. Oh, sorry, just bumped the camera. That's better, sorry about that, guys. So that you will reap the harvest in a positive way in the near future, you know, and it will be you reaping that harvest, no one else trying to, you know, muscle in on that and, you know, take some of your hard work. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I wish you all the best with it this week. Trust that gut feeling. It's always right, our intuition. It is a general reading, guys, so I'm not saying everybody's going to be, you know, in this kind of situation this week, but some of you will be, and this one's for you. Feel free to leave me a comment. Always interested to know if this resonates for everyone and how it plays out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.